Oh boy, karma. Oh man. Crazy. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Ryan the professional. I have returned. What's happening? I have returned. All right, I sound good on my mic. So I had to check that. Boy. Yo. What's up, Flip, my gamer, Emery? What's up, my brothers? What's going on? Everybody hit that like button if you're jumping in. Tweet it out. We gonna keep it moving. What's up, reunion? So, where do I start, ladies and gentlemen? Where does Ryan the professional start? Where do I start? Yes, it's Friday. It's Friday, good old Friday. Your boy is off, so you know the RGT podcast will be happening tonight. I have a very special guest that will be joining us this evening. Make sure you guys are there. What's up, Matavelli? What's up, everybody? I see a new face. Zach Bell, what's going on? It's a new face. What's going on, brother? What's up, Christopher? Good to see you. Young Swag, what's going on? Jerry. Man. But this podcast is going to be lit. Tonight, at least. And you know, that's funny. It is Friday the 13th. Wow. What time tonight? It's either going to be 8 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm pretty sure it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, depending on my guess time. I think he might be able to do it at 8, so it might be 8 p.m. Eastern. Got me over trying to listen. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in at work. I appreciate you. I do. Haven't been able to catch my live streams? Well, glad you can make this one. So, let's start, people. Got my brother from another mother right there, Carlos. What up, Silos? I see you, brother. Let me know if you're home. I'll send you the invite. If not, just enjoy the show. You already know we got a lot to discuss tonight. All right, so we got 45 people. I think that's the go-ahead to go. What's going on? So, God of War has a 95, 94 on Metacritic. And you got people already upset. And you got people just calling false. They're screaming. They're screaming, saying, no, it's not true. It can't be true. It's media bias, right? We're back to media bias. Listen, and I'm only going to say this one time. Only once. I'm not going to repeat this on the podcast. Even though, because I've already said this numerous times. Games like Sea of Thieves, right, that these dudes clinged on to and overhyped, games like Sea of Thieves wasn't enough. Sea of Thieves is a great game to have on the side. That's a filler game, right? That's not a must-have game. Sea of Thieves was okay as a filler, but it wasn't a must-have. You had guys really thinking Sea of Thieves, just because they had people streaming it a lot, they believed that Sea of Thieves was going to get a higher score than God of War. No. And speaking of Black Baron, Carlos, he's going to answer to me he's going to answer me next Sunday, because Ryan the professional will be on Weapon Will Podcast next Sunday. So it's definitely going down next Sunday. Appreciate that, Black Blonde. Thank you. But continue. So, Sea of Thieves. And I still can't get over this, but dudes really thought Sea of Thieves was going to be enough. And they thought Sea of Thieves was going to get a higher score than God of War. God of War has been around for quite some time. God of War has a foundation behind it. And what's funny about this, too, people want to talk trash about how, they changed it too much, right? No. You see, change is good. And I give credit where credit's due. Change is good, right? Change definitely keeps people interested in the game. You don't believe me? Look at Call of Duty. Even though Call of Duty is the most milk game franchise, right? They always manage to throw something new in Call of Duty that kind of, adds a little bit of spark to it to get it out there, right? They always somewhat get people excited for it. because they changed a few things. Most likely, but you know, it's still the core game, right? They don't change the core, but they do change it a little bit by adding new things. So, you know, that's what they're doing. And for them to do that to God of War, what have they done? They put more eyes on God of War. More people are interested in God of War. It looks dope. The cutscenes look amazing. The new player models look great. Kratos, you can see his emotions in his face better. It looks great. You know, back in the old God of Wars, you know, the main emotion you saw from Kratos was anger. That's pretty much it, right? This one, they're able to capture so much more. You can see Kratos have like the depressed sort of face. You see him with the different emotions, such as him being concerned for his son. I mean, it's pretty interesting how they've done this. So, of course, people are more interested in God of War. And I knew it was going to get a high score. I knew it was. So I didn't really, you know, blow it out of proportion. What's up, Bean? What's up, Mr. Ospersona? But that's why I didn't blow that shit out of proportion. I knew it was going to get a well reception. I knew it was. We all knew this. But it's just crazy how in 2018, you got dudes so fixated on this console war, so just gazed on the stupid stuff in this console war. I don't understand how anybody in 2018 can even sit there. Really, can't wait. I can't believe they can sit there and just accept that. What's up, Melon? I see you, fam. Yeah, I'm gonna be on. He gonna answer to me on next Sunday, fam. I'm gonna be on Weapon Wheel, so I'll definitely be talking to Black Baron face to face next Sunday. But yeah, these dudes, man, these dudes said this game was gonna get like a 70. Some thought it was gonna get an 80. Dude said it was gonna get like a 90. I mean, nah, not this one, not this game. Nope. There's so much more in this God of War game. There's so much more that they added to this game. You know what I'm saying? They added more variety. They added more fluidity to the game. You got more combos. You got different ways of going about it. You can use a shield for once. I mean, it's cool. I like what they've done with this. This is how you mix stuff up. This is how you keep people interested. You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep people interested. What's up, Wiggles? I see you, fam. But that's how you keep people interested, when you add new elements like that. When you add optional bosses, when you add, you know, things that add more to it, you keep people interested. Now, did they change? Let's be real here. Did they change the core of God of War? No, they didn't change the core of God of War. It's still God of War. It's still the same game, but it's told in a different way. It has a different setting. It has new abilities. It has new ways for you to experience it. And it's done in a better, you know, format. That's how they did it. And of course, people are going to respond well to that. Now, answer me this. When did you like a Gears of War done on that type of scale? Completely like redone? Completely just, you know, gutted and put back together? When did you guys like that? I wouldn't mind playing the Gears of War like that. Completely different, completely brand spanking new. I wouldn't mind playing the Gears of War like that. The problem is, Gears of War, to a lot of people now, it's you know, it's played out. It really is. Every time you see a Gears of War trailer, every time you see a Gears of War logo, you just can't help but cringe, people. You just can't help but cringe. And I know a lot of people are so used to that. Me personally, I try to be positive in that situation. I tried to be. Keyword, tried. I tried to be. But nah. Being positive for that sort of thing just won't do nothing. It won't. I really hope, and I mean this, I really hope that E3 27, or this E3, I really do hope they have something to wow us. Because God knows I've been patient. God knows everybody in this comment section has been patient. Everybody on the Xbox side especially has been patient. If they cannot deliver a must-have game, a must-have experience, an experience that will definitely get you hyped in 2018, I don't have any like hope for Microsoft. I really don't. I don't. You had dudes talking about power and hardware as if they're PC elitists for the past years now, like 2 years now. And Sony shows one trailer of Spider-Man and people lose their minds. One trailer. One. It took one trailer for everybody to come to their senses and go, you know what? I got to have a PS4 in 2018. One trailer. One. What's up, Craig? I sent the invite. But it took one trailer for Spider-Man. One trailer. One trailer where you see the new outfits and all that. That's all it took. And people bought that game. People already pre-ordered it. People are hyped for it. What's up, Playbox? Everybody's is happy for it. Everybody. And I'm not shocked at all. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Man. I'm telling you right now. Sony needs all the props they can get, man. Or they deserve all the props they've gotten. People can say they're arrogant. Yeah, I'll agree. Sony can be arrogant, especially when there's no competition, which is why I said we need competition in the marketplace so that way they won't be arrogant. But one thing I can say about Sony, especially for a company that's quote-unquote broke, Sony knows how to deliver an experience. Isn't that right? They know how to deliver an experience. They know how to deliver an experience. Absolutely. It's crazy the amount of games that are on PlayStation. It's too many games on PlayStation at this rate. It's too many. They got so many games, it's hard to choose. And you know that's you know the situation is crazy. You know the situation has reached an all-time high for them. You look at Microsoft, all I see is more empty promises. I see a lot of accessories. I see a lot of controllers. Now, granted, their controllers have been cool in terms of features, but when I look at Sea of Thieves, right, and I look at the core game, and then I find out that the damn controller that's sold separately, mind you, that's $80, an $80 controller offers more content than the actual game, that's a problem. That's a serious problem in 2018. A serious problem. It ain't even funny anymore. I don't care if you're an Xbox diehard, be an Xbox diehard. I have plenty of Xbox diehards who I'm cool with. I have fun. I have some who actually subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about you hating an Xbox or liking an Xbox or a PlayStation. It's not about that. It's about what company is giving you the best value for your purchase. That's what's happening. I sent you the invite, Craig. What's up, Craig? But yeah, it's about which company is offering you the best value. You know, I look at Sony and all I see is just value. When I look at Sony, all I see is a reason to invest in that ecosystem. That's all I see. When I look at Microsoft, you know what I see when I look at Microsoft? I see a shell of their former selves. This company had, like, just think about that for a second, people. This company had their foot on Sony's neck last generation, completely. For most of last generation, they had their foot on Sony's neck. They was choking Sony out. Sony had to do revamp after revamp. They had to drop so many things to make up for it. The price of the PS3 killed it, right? It was killing it at first. It was just crazy. They had to legit do everything in their power to fix that. Look at them now, bruh. Are they even doing that? Do they even have the same leverage on Sony? No. Do they have the same mindset as Sony this gen? Sony came in this generation with the mindset, okay, this is redemption. How do we redeem ourselves? Easy. We fix it. We fix everything. How do we fix ourselves from last generation? We listen to the fans. We take their feedback and we improve based on their feedback. That's how they fixed it. That's how they fixed it. This company was rumored to go out of business this generation. This generation, they were rumored to go out of business, people. And yet, here they are, bringing in the most profit out of all of them. What's up, Craig? Call on, son.
Yep.
All right. Hear me now?
Yeah, what's happening, young man?
What's up, my brother? Good to see you.
You too. Did you get off Friday too? Friday the 13th? Did you get off early, or did you just have
I'm
off
completely?
brother? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody in the hockey mask scared the boss. He's like, nope, Ryan, don't come in today. You're free.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, I saw you starting up early. I'm actually podcasting later tonight with J Wags and J Dub. But yeah, glad you sent me the invite. I don't know if
because we got a special guest tonight. Remember?
Yeah, I'll be on there for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was like, you on Mr. RGT? What? Are you feeling well? This is how Craig be. He be like low key. Like he low key savage on the mic. I'm telling you right now. He'll be like, yeah, I'll be there. He'll show up at the last 15 seconds.
Well, I may push mine to 10. I can always do that. There's plenty of time. So I forgot about your special guest, but I heard you say either 6 or 8, but it depends on the guest. So I'm like,
yeah, I gotta hit him up. I'll hit him up after the stream and see if he can make it. If he can make it to 6, then that'll work perfectly for everybody. Everybody be good.
Yeah, and I'll hop on no matter what. It's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm trying to come on the stream now. But yeah, so I saw your thing about the I was off work yesterday. I don't know how was Twitter yesterday. I've asked several people what it went like. I got home and saw something. Now, is the game a 94 or is it a 95?
95, last time I checked. 95.
Okay, I heard you. I was driving home. You said something eerily familiar in the movie world when the DC people got mad at Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah,
and they said how Rotten Tomatoes doesn't count anymore.
They're too ignorant. Yep. Bias.
Yeah, and it's bias, and people are getting paid. And I'm thinking, is he talking about Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes? It sounds the same, the exact same thing you were saying.
It is.
You know. And now I disagree slightly with them being a shell of themselves, only because shout out to Fatal Mephisto. He said in 2014 that this is the direction Microsoft was going to go. Like Microsoft said.
But I mean by shell of themselves. Let's be real here. Look at last generation. What did Microsoft do the entire generation last gen? They had their foot on Sony's neck. Sony was at their mercy for the most part. The deals was coming in left and right from Microsoft. The amount of limited edition consoles for the Xbox 360, the amount of deals, the ridiculous first-party games that were just born last generation, Alan Wake. I mean, there was so much stuff happening for 360. And I mean by when I say that they're a shell of themselves, they have not given you that type of value for the Xbox One this gen. They have not given you a single must-have game on the caliber of those from last gen, nor have they even given you the same type of energy or commitment that they did from last gen. That generation, they cared about games. Yeah, they lost their way with Kinect, but they most certainly delivered on the games, at least to the end. That's when it happened.
Well, yeah, they did, but they also they had a little studio called it wasn't theirs. But they were really close with BioWare. Shout out to you, Sick Humor. I see you over there, brother.
Yeah, that's from Rose Sony.
Yeah, they had that, and BioWare delivered Jade Empire and Mass Effect. Now, I mean, they're gone now. I know they got, but here's the way I look at the Xbox, and I agree with you that it destroyed the Xbots.
Yeah.
And because what I used to do, and I was guilty of hell of this, and I had to, check myself on it, is that I actually thought that the Xbox community wanted to have a gaming discussion, like we're having a gaming discussion right now. Okay. Right. And this is an open discussion, not a fanboy discussion. But when I figured out that, and shout out to Sick Humor, because he said this, these guys aren't they're anti-Sony. It doesn't matter that you can go to them and say, Sony put out a like system, that does the exact same thing, and it was $100 cheaper. Right. That doesn't register to them because it has Xbox on it. They think it's better in the discussion, even though it's $100 more. But Ryan, this. I've heard you say this.
Yeah, I know.
Microsoft doesn't have the studios. So you buy an Xbox thinking you're going to get a bunch of games.
Hey, I guess it's the rule of the story at this point, right? You're a gamer. Yeah. You buy a gaming system, right? You buy a gaming system. That's what this is, a gaming system. And you would think, and you would definitely, hope and just pray that it would have the basic thing that the console stands for in here.
Right.
But for them to not even put an effort in that regard, for them to just lie to you on a constant basis and act like exclusives don't matter, for them to sit there at E3 and hype up a new console, right? And tell you that this console can provide you all these experiences. And when you get the console, you see these experiences are minor. That's what's really hurting people. You know, that's what ruined people's faith in this console, in this company. And I don't blame them at all. I don't blame them at all. You know, one of the main reasons these dudes got too hype was the way Microsoft worded everything they said. You know, one of the main reasons people got overhyped was the way Microsoft came at people with the console.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
They said this console had, or what they said? They said a few things. They said, number one, the console was going to show a demonstrable difference between the PS4 Pro and the, you know what I'm saying, and the Switch and all that.
Yeah.
You see these games. Do you see anything demonstrable?
The only game that stands out is a Shadow of Mordor. But
is it a demonstrable difference? Is it like something that like just really like blows your mind?
Not overall. Well, no, not overall. The answer is no. But that one game. So when you look at it at a macro state, hell no. Yeah. You look at it at a micro state, one game, because hell, I mean, there is a video. This is for everybody in the chat. And we're not bashing Xbox here. The Digital Foundry had a video done December 26, 17. It said 6 games that look better, that play better on the X, and 5 that don't. And the 5 that don't were like Titanfall and Diablo, and I think Final Fantasy, and multiplayer games that ran better and looked better on the Pro. I mean, that's kind of the way it's going. I mean, for every one game like Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, whatever it's called, there's 7 games like a Titanfall. You know, so it's, you know, and I've heard too many people, whether it be you, J-Dub, Sick Humor, saying like there ain't no difference here. I mean, the cutscene. Let me make this clear: the cutscenes, like on Assassin's Creed Origins, do look better on the X. I can attest to that firsthand. But I'm physically in motion. No, hell no.
Right. Like, even with all this power, have they been able to give you a game that shows all the emotions that Kratos has shown? Have they given you something like that?
Not yet. Now, let me be clear. I've avoided a lot of the stuff with God of War just in case there's a spoiler.
You can't avoid everything. They showed emotion even in the first trailer. Don't start, Greg. Don't start.
No, I'm not. But I saw the IGN picture, one from 2 years ago till now. I have seen that. I'm like, wow, that's actually really good. Because it looked good 2 years ago. Now it looks fantastic. Yeah. You know, so. But, it's looking...
when somebody came at our throat saying that we're schizophrenic, remember?
Which is garbage. I mean, I almost had to laugh at that. I had to shut up. You were like, hold on.
Sorry. He made me laugh so hard I turned my mic off. I couldn't hold my shit together. Yeah. We're schizophrenic because you're looking forward to God of War, but then he tries the damage control and says his wife is schizophrenic.
Yeah, and Hellblade, they released a study. The guys that did Hellblade, I think with BAFTA, they said 3 out of 10 people have said that using video games has kind of helped them. It's amazing. It's amazing he didn't quote that study.
Oh yeah,
so it's, and that's a real study. That was
on their system. They if it's on their system, they'll praise it. If it's not, they'll hate it. Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah, that's the law of the jungle.
When I figured once I did that, because I always thought honestly it was between 720p and 1080p. I'm thinking, nah, they don't like Sony. They think because they got the X that all these games should just be on their system because of the power and it would be better. And it's kind of like, all right, well, that wasn't going to work. Yeah, I said that on the Multiplayer podcast months ago. Right. Why don't you all wait and see what it's going to be instead of putting out what you want it to be? So, because it's probably going to come somewhere in between. And it looks like it's disappointing. I just got a tweet from somebody, a direct message from somebody that said they're very disappointed in having the X now. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to tweet him back or nothing like that. I'm just like, well, it is what it is. You should have did your homework,
All right.
So,
He said he'll be able to make it at 8 p.m. Eastern. So the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. We'll see you all here, 8 p.m. Another see if J-Wags will at least jump in here. You know what I'm saying? He could put his podcast on hold. I don't know what I'm saying. You know how J-Wags is, though.
Yeah, I think he said he was doing
like, I gotta do mine. I gotta do mine now. Shout out to J-Wags. That's my boy. But oh man, there's so much stuff we can factor in 2018, bro. There's so much stuff. So much stuff that we can factor in here. I mean, how many times were they warned? How many times? How many times, man?
It been saying it a whole lot, but you're calling a hater.
Even diehard Xbox dudes were low-key saying it. You got to support the games for you to get games.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be vocal with, if you don't like the game, especially if it's when you first saw it, you got to be vocal and tell them, you know, listen, it's a nice concept, but it's not a must-have type of thing, right? That's you need to be. But dudes in 2018 don't do this. They don't do this, man. They don't.
Yeah.
They're too busy just lost in this war. And they're like, the best way to say they lost, they're lost in the matrix. They're lost in all that coding. You know, like the little words and the little symbols that keep raining down. That's them. They're lost in the coding. That's them. They're in the sunken place. No, they're in the sunken place. They keep falling. They can't get up. They can't get up. M-Dog, I'm falling. Oh, that's them. They're falling.
Well, let me give you a number, and let me see if you think it's good or bad. The number's 18,000.
Oh.
Now there was a game released this week on Xbox, and it has sold 18,000. Why don't you give you one guess what it is? And this is for the chat too. What game released this week on Xbox and is reported? Shout out to Tim Dog. Beast Fire Tim Dog is at 18,000. Oh, pay the bills, Ryan. Pay the bills. Carlos Fernandez.
Oh, Carlos Fernandez. She lows $10. He says, you know, we lay facts and the truth in these gaming streets. Gamer by choice, not by trend. Facts. There you go. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true, my brother.
It's Hellblade. Twisted Sin, you get the award. It is so. And guess what? Now let me get some. We're a small part of Twitter. Have you seen more celebration within the Xbox community for Hellblade being released on the console or damage control for God of War? And that's for the chat too. Have you seen more damage control or more celebration for a game with adult content?
Yep.
You know, so what have you seen more? And then that shows you.
Hey, sick, you want on here? Because I saw somebody call a Hellblade that. They called it a walking simulator. You want in here? I don't know where. I like how they always got like a clever term or a clever diss ready for these games, right? But when it comes to them, right, when you talk about their games, they cry. I just find that funny. It's like, oh, you can talk, we can talk about yours every single day, right? But hey, don't talk about ours. Don't talk about our lackluster lobby. Let's not talk about that.
And again, there was a guy, and he was doing a one-on-one with another Xbox guy, and he literally did say that the games are going to look and play so much better on X, and the developers are going to just make all their games over there because they're going to look so much better. And I'm like, yeah, if you were talking about first parties, because I'm the first to say Forza 7, and then which is a first party game. You compare that to Project Cars 2, which is a third party game on the same hardware on the X. Forza blows it away. I mean, it blows it away. So, but that's a first party studio going in as a third party.
Yep.
You know, so it should. The first party should. But I think these cats actually thought, you know, they were talking about the Hellblade. They said some game was going to look better on the X. I said it was going to sell more on the PlayStation. Yeah. And they said, well, what difference did that make? I said, okay, Monday through Thursday, people coming into your office saying your game looks great. Your game looks great. There's finally somebody comes in there Friday with a big old paycheck. Oh, here's how much money you made with us. Talk to you later. But your game does.
These are straight out of content, bro. Oh my God. He done broke me with that one.
Yeah.
No, man.
I played it for several hours and it was fun up to a certain point, but overall it turned to trash. So I just can't believe how fast Fatal turned on that game. So, pay the bills.
Yes, sir. All right, we got 5 for T-Bag. Appreciate you. Bet Xbox will make a dumbed down PC called Xbox and still call it a console, just to say, or just stay in the console space. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And the other one's from Spider Kratos. See, he done betrayed the game, people. Yeah, Spider Kratos, my boy J Dub. What's up, brother? 95 bitches. Read it and weep.
I guess that's supposed to be good. I guess it's a good score. I mean,
95. Hey, that's a high score. That's the highest score this gen, isn't it? 95.
It wouldn't shock me.
I think that's the highest score for a game this gen. For this.
Well, no, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I thought it was. Didn't somebody get a 100? Was it Zelda?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Zelda got 100. That's right. You got me there. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I forgot about the Zelda. So yeah, definitely.
But they said it was better than Horizon Zero Dawn, so that's tall praise.
Zelda's a 97. Okay, 97. Well, close. I mean, 2 points. Close. Very close. That is amazing for a game that has a new slab of paint, a new direction, and just new mechanics in general, such as quest. That's pretty damn amazing. That's pretty damn good. I got to give them props. That's pretty damn good. Absolutely good.
Yeah. And shout out to who has played the other. I guess there are 3 other games, or maybe I don't know if there's a handheld version of it. Right. But shout out to anybody who has a legitimate concern that has played all 3 before, and again, you have a legitimate concern about the direction they're going. That's a legitimate consumer gamer concern. But maybe you want to wait 3 or 4 days just to kind of see the way the game is looking and playing. But don't beat it up, because I'm talking about the game, because it's going in a different direction.
Yep.
Shout out to Andrew.
Though. I know we talked about, dude talking about people have schizophrenia. That's why they're, excited, quote unquote, for God of War. But last time I checked, GTA 5 is just full of crazy shit.
Yeah. Everything he complained about.
Shit, bro.
It's like glorified.
When Trevor just goes ballistic and just murks everybody in there in the cutscene.
Yeah. Hold on.
But nah, that's just for PlayStation, dude. They like blood and guts.
Yeah, because Gears of War is one of the bloodiest games I've ever played.
Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Sick.
Hell, even Rising the
Go check him out. Definitely a good YouTuber. Hit that like button, everybody. Appreciate everybody in there. We almost we had 170. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
But definitely agreed.
Let's get him a 95. Let's get him a 95, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh Lord. Go ahead, burn that shit.
Burn that shit, I saw somebody put down 95 greater than 6. Well, y'all are silly.
95 better than
Yeah.
You know how they be, man. We all gotta make fun of certain situations because the way people act. Yeah, oh, man, we got it. It's the only way to regain our sanity in a sense, right? It's the only way to do it. It's the only way.
Yeah, I've told people, well, maybe if there were certain people running around saying that the beast is coming for the last 17 months. Nobody would really. I mean, I've never understood. I don't know why they're upset about God of War, though, Ryan, because the God of War has never been on the Xbox. I mean, it just never has.
That's the thing, too. And I can't believe I saw this, man. I can't believe I saw this in 2018. Oh, there's Randall. I'm not saying, where you been, brother? Where you been? Get up in here. I see the invite. Get on in here. I love to hear your input on this. Make sure I give you the.
What's up, Rand?
Yeah. I was saying, where the hell you been? I got you. That way people don't know what to mess with them. But T-Bagging said no jump for $2.
What does that even mean? I mean, but on Witcher 3, did they have a jump button? I can't remember.
What would you do now? What you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about that?
But Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher 3. Did they have a jump button?
I can't remember. I don't think you jump in The Witcher. No, you just mostly walk. It's a walking simulator, apparently.
And it's got a horse, so you got a horse riding simulator too. Yeah. And a sword simulator.
Summer said there isn't any sex in the new God of War. Is there? I'm not sure. I didn't read about that.
Well, there was sex before because there's a child. So
yeah, it probably is. It's probably hidden. You know how they have like hidden old school callback type of trophies where you can do stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's in there. It's like a little mini game. Probably.
Yeah. J-Lo said I bought the Beast. Yeah, I got a good deal. Shout out to J-Dub City.
Oh, you bought his Xbox?
Yeah, we worked something out. He worked something out for the Messiah. Very, very nice. Good ass dude, man. Yeah, but also J-Lo, I understand. I knew what the X was going to be. And so did J-Dub. You know, so we both knew with conversations that we were having that what it is. Look, if you want to go back and play old 360 games and get a beautiful gloss of paint, I ain't denying that. I mean, it does look good. You know, the Bax Compact game I played looked good. I shout out to them for being able to do that. With that said, none of those are first party games.
Right.
You know, I'm happy. Look, Knights of the Old Republic, great. Those are EA games.
Right.
That's a third party guy. So, you know, so shout out to those guys for doing it. So, and my joystick don't work right because it's bleeding my batteries dry. I mean, literally. My AA batteries only
what you're looking for when you get God of War. You know, I'm being on a day one, but I know what Craig's. We all know what Craig's looking for. He's looking for that Aphrodite clone when the damn game starts. You know, you're looking for that Aphrodite.
Yeah, Aphrodite. Yeah, Is it next? Is it Friday? It comes out the 20th.
20th, right? Yeah. So yeah,
it comes. Okay. So, and then we got Detroit Become Human about a month later, give or take. Now, what do you think the score will be on that one, Ryan?
Detroit Become Human. Good one. Hasn't this game been getting backlash or something like that for being too realistic or touching on sensitive topics? Is that what they said it was doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it doesn't touch on sensitive topics, and well, honestly, we gotta see more from it. But I'm gonna say a 90. I don't think it'll be in the 80s. I think it'll be like at least 90, a little bit higher, but I'll see 90 be safe.
Yeah, I'm going 89, but I was wrong about God of War. I guess 89. You know, it's their games. His games generally run 86 to 92, so I'm like 89.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't. I mean, again, I don't pay attention to Metacritic and stuff because I'm my own critic. If I buy it and don't like it, I'll be like trash, like OBJ.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the story, though, Craig. I mean, look, remember, the last good story that Quantic Dreams told was Heavy Rain. Yeah, I remember Heavy Rain had a dope ass story. Like, it was really, really good. Heavy Rain got like 90s and it won Game of the Year award. So it had like 90s. So it really depends on the story. Now, we know the story is told in different point of views from androids, right? You got the detective like android who basically is just, you know, freeing civilians from corrupt androids or broken androids or something like that. And then you have the one that's like a rebel where he's like freeing them. You have one who is a female, I guess, who just, you know, defending humans. And then you have there's one more they showed, if I'm not mistaken. There's one more they showed. Or there's one more. But yeah, you have these androids, and these androids are basically, you know, are linked in a way. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting how they do it. Anything at this point, anything will be better than Beyond Two Souls. Anything can be Beyond Two Souls at this point. Yeah, the graphics were amazing for Beyond Two Souls, but the overall story and just the way they did it, the pacing, it just fell off. It really did fall off. It didn't feel like a game that was a must-have.
Yeah, I'm in that. I'm right there with you. Andrew Wilkins said 88. Shout out to you, Andrew, my brother. So Andrew was there the day my podcast was attacked.
Oh my God.
Last couple of days ago, I survived. Oh, June Falsey saying a 75 for Detroit. Who knows? I mean, I'm buying it. It's my most anticipated game of the year. So is Detroit Become Human? So I've been waiting on it since I saw the Kara build on the back in the PS3. I'm like, damn, where'd that game go? And here it is. So I'm a month away from it. So,
shout out to Randall Thor. He's listening on his phone. That's my boy right there. Shout out to him. But
man,
that's crazy.
Back on my podcast, But are you shocked I see. I think the Xbox guys like Randall Thor and all those, they're kind of like cool. You know, it got a good score. Right. They're going to play. But the Xbots, like you got here in your description,
dude, these dudes just like, how do I like compare these dudes? You ever see that movie, Girl Interrupted?
Yeah.
Okay, remember how Angelina Jolie was like banging her wrist and her head on the damn walls, like, go away. That's how these fools are right now.
Yeah.
Like in the corner, just doing that, like, yeah, go away. That's what they're doing. But it's like you were warned months ago. And what was your excuse? You were saying, oh, you guys are idiots for saying that. You guys are ponies for saying that. You guys are morons. Remember what I'm saying? All this retarded stuff in 2018. And it didn't get you nothing in the long run. Nothing.
What about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Let me ask you this. Did you hear that the people got mad at Phil Spencer, I guess, the crew, for congratulating the Sony team on God of War? Like people in the Xbox community got mad.
Phil Spencer, okay? Phil Spencer he's a gamer as well as, you know, he's a gamer. But one thing I can say about Phil, he plays on every platform. He plays on every platform. He knows a good game from a bad one, right? He plays these games. He knows he wants to bring a God of War or an Uncharted-like game to the Xbox ecosystem. The problem is the Xbox, you know, the Xbots and the Xbox ecosystem just, you know, ruin it. You know, we're overhyping it, you know, with these stupid videos. Like, they ruin it. They paint a bad picture for everybody. They really do. You know, they put a bad picture.
Oh, shout out to Darkest Ant. He just subscribed to my channel. Big shout out to you, Darkest Ant. Shout out to Andrew Wilkins. He said, Ryan, did you ever play Indigo Prophecy?
No.
Back in the day?
Never played that one.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. I thought Indigo Prophecy is extremely underrated. But yeah, that was one of those great hidden games. I think they were on the 360. Like Ryan was saying, that 360 was kicking them out.
Yeah,
he's right.
They was dropping them. I remember. I still miss this game to this day. I want another Alan Wake. I don't know if I'm the only one who just loved that game so much, but I want another Alan Wake. I really do. You know?
Yeah.
I want something that screams by me. You know what I'm saying? I want something like that. It's hard for me to get that in 2018, and that sucks. And it feels and it's terrible at the end of the day because it's like we're gamers, yes, so we're entitled for the most part to everything that we see here. We're entitled. If they're not going to give us what we're entitled, then what's the point of them even competing in 2018? What's the point?
Well, yeah. Now, I think entitlement is what's gotten the Xbots in trouble. I think they feel
no, they should because let me feel entitled, especially after this long wait time. But I agree at the start. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because the tweet, the Insomniac Games from that cat, and who knows, it was a PC. I think it was an Xbox guy. That could have been somebody in disguise. That'd be full disclosure. But I will never forget this tweet. It said, to Insomniac Games, you will rule the day when you didn't release this game on the most powerful console.
I saw that tweet, and I cannot believe the arrogance in that tweet.
Yeah. And that is arrogance combined with entitlement. The most, because it's the most powerful, they think it's the best. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where we're at with them. Now again, shout out to your boy Randall Thor and the guys that are just playing. They don't care. They're like, I'm just got to go get it on something else. And shout out, I heard somebody say, check this out, Ryan. Check this one out. Everybody, I forgot who said this. Everybody just go buy a PlayStation when Spider-Man comes out, get a used one, beat it in 6 days, and take all your shit back to the store. That's all you got to do. How hard is that? You know? How hard is that? You can avoid, call the bill guy and say, hey, I'm going to bring it to you in another 5 days. They'll be cool. They'll be all right, you know? So you can pay it 5 days later, and that's it. You know, so that's all you got to do. That's what the people complaining, you know. So, but I forgot who said that, but that's good advice. That's the advice I give to anybody, you know.
Oh man.
So
that's not going to die anytime soon, is it? The Kraken's lacking. That's not going to die anytime soon.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's not.
Next year, he ought to trademark that, and then get shirts printed out.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kraken is lacking.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. It's crazy.
This shit was fun.
Promises, everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Where's Crack Up? Yeah, I don't know. There was some news breaking about Crackdown 3. I do not know what it is though.
If the game gets canceled, let's go ahead and just go on a whim here. Let's make some speculation because we did that for God of War. We know we're entitled to at least do that, right? We can all make a little speculation.
Yes, let's do it.
So
it's Friday the 13th.
Will it be delayed? Will it be delayed?
Crackdown
3. Will it be delayed? Or will it get canceled? That's a good question. Better idea. Will it be canceled?
I think it's delayed. I think it comes out early next year. In that first, I guess you want to call it the first fiscal part of the first year.
Right.
So end of 18 into 19, even though it's 2019, it's fiscal business year 18. I think it comes out, man.
Okay.
So I think we get you know how they were gonna do a window. I think it'll say early 19.
Okay.
We're speculating.
Don't hold me to it, guys. Randall, he said it won't be canceled. Will it be good? He heard mixed things. So so the reaction's been mixed. But the reason why I said will it be canceled, right? We haven't heard anything about this. We still haven't heard anything about this game. Like there's no leaks, there's no talks. Right, it's just from stuff we played, the early demos that were on the stage of Microsoft's E3 or Gamescom, whatever. Right, that's pretty much it. We haven't really heard anything for Crackdown 3, and I'm still kind of scratching my head on that. It's like, why? Where is it at?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you would think they would show it by now or show the new trailer, especially with Sony, finally giving the release date for Spider-Man. You need something to keep people interested in this content.
But let me ask you this, Ryan. I want your unadulterated opinion. Do you think people saying that what is Sony or Xbox, whatever, what do they have to combat that? Do you think that come on in? What do you think they have to combat that? Do you think that's part of the problem in the Xbox community? They feel like there should be it's combative. Xbox has to do something else to get things going, or should they just accept it for what it is?
What, the game like Crackdown 3?
Well, just overall, you hear them.
Just overall game. Okay.
Yeah, overall gaming. Yeah.
Well, I look at it from last generation. They were competitive to the extreme last gen. They were legit competitive to the extreme last gen. They brought it all last gen. They gave you the incentive. They brought the games. I mean, they did not stop. The games kept coming, right? That was competition at its max. They were pushing Sony to do more stuff. I mean, if it wasn't for the 360, Sony would have never tried something simple as PlayStation Home, which was actually, it was received well at first, right? But they messed it up with their updates. But, we need competition. You need more stuff in this very cluttered marketplace. And for them to not be competitive, especially in 2018, it really does paint the picture. Again, what you're going to get in the long run. You see, if you're not going to be competitive, then you're not going to try in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
True.
If you're not going to invest in new studios, if you're not going to invest in new developers, and you're not going to build, these projects that these developers can dish out to max appeal, right? If you're not going to put that effort into that, then you're not going to get these things. So, yes, I believe being competitive is definitely something they need to be. But is it the be-all, end-all? No. I'm not saying you all have to be completely every single time, but at this current time right now, when you got Sony and Nintendo dropping these heavy hitters, you need to be competitive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I never saw anything this bad in a long time. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, the only way they can do that, though, was with studios, and they don't have those. So I think they're doing
they got the money to build them. Yeah. They have the money to build them. But the thing is, they haven't. They have not done it. They have the money to build them. That's one of the main things, certain fanboys threw in people's face. They said that, Sony will go under before Microsoft goes, right? They said that Microsoft is worth trillions and Sony's worth a few billion, ha, 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 blah, blah, blah. And yet this company that's worth less is giving me more than the company that's worth more. You see what I'm saying? If a company that's on the verge of bankruptcy has created studios it has given me more incentive to buy their platform and to invest in their ecosystem than the other company that is living the luxurious life. That's a problem in 2018. That's the problem.
And don't you think before you made your buy, you knew that Sony had more studios than Microsoft did. I mean, you knew. I did too.
Right.
Okay, so is it our fault that we did our homework and other cats didn't? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's called like no, because people are still catching on to that. It's going to be a constant trend. I guarantee you, people are going to be more smart with their purchase, probably with the new Xbox and the new PlayStation 5. I'm pretty sure they're going to be smart with the purchase. Now, granted, they're going to be looking at spec sheets, but I'm pretty sure good chunk of these people ain't going to really don't know how to read the spec sheets. But you know, we're tech guys. We know what we're gonna see when we see those spec sheets. We know what we're gonna get. But as far as like the spec sheets are concerned, I can move that to the side. But I think people are gonna be smart in terms of what they want and in terms of what they're gonna see. Right now, if Microsoft manages to get the better multiplats, you know, next generation, hey, they'll get the best multiplats next generation. I don't even think that'll be enough, to be honest with you. I really don't. Even if they got the best multiplats in the next gen. The reason why they have the best multiplats right now. And that has not changed anything. Yeah. Well, for the most part, they have. Like if you look at the list of games, for the most part, they do have the advantage over the Pro. The Pro has done well by its own standards in its own right? The Pro has definitely outshined the X a few times, which is pathetic, but still, you know, I agree, you know, they have the better multiplats, but we knew for quite some times that, you know, the best multiplats does not mean you're going to be the winner. It's all about the value. If you got the first party games to add more to it, you got the win. You know,
which
Nintendo's going to go with the gimmicks at this point.
Yeah. And I've always thought that was the difference is Sony gives you the ability to play the same multiplats. Granted, may not be because the X does do a little bit more. This is I haven't changed that, but it also gives me the ability to play some pretty good exclusive games. I take that back. It gives me the ability to at least look into it. Some of the exclusive games may be garbage. You know, let's just call it a buck because everybody's different. But the fact that it's there and it's not on the other one, and I get it. They're saying, well, more people play multiplats, and it's like, I mean, I guess they don't understand. I told this to all the Xbox community that Steve Jobs, you know, I told them my Steve Jobs, Bill Gates story. It's a true story. Steve Jobs' stuff is better. Apple stuff is better than Microsoft on every level. Graphics, you know, but Microsoft has more stuff. They control the market. Apple doesn't, you know, so, and then it's the same with this. What's going on, Jay Fonz? He's in the chat. Yeah, Sony controls the market. I mean, we can argue whether Sony stuff is better. But what we can't argue is Sony has more stuff, therefore they are controlling the market, and that's tough to get around. And look, I like my Xbox X. I love it when people say I'm anti-Xbox. I've owned every iteration of Xbox since its inception. So I love Knights of the Old Republic. I love Mass Effect. I can't play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 on my PS4. I can't. You know, so that's what people crack me up when they say, well, he's anti-Xbox. Yeah, right, I got one. You know, so but it's not what it's not what a lot of you all were saying, is it? Yeah, so I was right about that. So just give me my props and let's play our games.
That's true, man. So, that is definitely true. I agree. I definitely agree. I don't know. I don't know if it's just people have become so just synonymous with the disappointments, right? Or they become so neutral to, or not neutral, but they accept it as the standard, where they don't necessarily just want more or better. But it's crazy. You know, this console has so much potential, the X, and yet we don't have that game that can show that potential. That's terrible.
Which is their fault for not understanding.
It's their fault, but
for not understanding that there were no studios. Because I warned them. Multiplayer podcast, I believe it was October, November. I told them this is not going to go the way you all think. Yeah. Why don't you wait? And I said it then, and now it's a cliche. Why don't you all wait till E3 to see? And then they went on all 4K graphics, and I'm like, okay, maybe and how many games, Ryan? How many games does Xbox have with 4K textures? How many?
Legit
Like
4K
5 or 6?
Like a few, like you can count them on your head. It's not a lot.
Yeah,
you can count them.
I mean, seriously, which is fine. But I think they were under the impression that everybody was going to do that. These games are dynamic 4K,
right?
Which is fine, but the Pro does dynamic 4K.
True.
You know, so I don't. It's now maybe the Xbox dynamic is a little bit more, and that's fine. but it's not. But it's nothing like you said, Ryan. It's nothing groundbreaking.
Right.
You know, the Pro holds up. You know, and that's what's going to be amazing is that if there's a PS5. And Digital Foundry better compare all the games to the Xbox X, even though it's coming out a year or two later. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Oh well, look, it's a few years later. Well, you aren't you the same MFers that want to compare the Pro to the X, even though it's a year apart? How about we compare that Pro 2016 to the S 2016? Because those are the two comparable steps. Facts. You know, and the only thing your only thing your X does, I'm telling you right now that your Xbox One S doesn't do is the 4K textures. That's it. That's it.
That's true.
Got the same shit.
That's true.
You know, if Ryan went out and bought Forza 7, he got an Xbox S, and he dialed me up, whatever everybody calls it now. I'm an old man. I still say dial. So it says, let's play Forza 7. And I draw down on this X, we going to be playing at 60 frames per second.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
And it won't matter. And if he beats me, I can't say, well, I'm going to apply 4K textures and it's going to give me a 6-second head start. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all were wrong. Yeah. You know, y'all were wrong. And, you know, if you're a pal, go play on PC and don't say I don't like playing on PC. That's stupid. Yeah,
that's true.
You know, play on PC. I saw Far Cry 5 running 1440p, high textures, 100 damn frames a second.
And it looked
I couldn't believe it.
Stunning. Stunning.
Dude, I had to step back from the monitor like 7 feet. You know, so
like when you don't understand the gravity of how well 60 frames like adds to a game. It adds so much more to it. It adds just that simple transition. You know what I'm saying? That smooth, super transition is faster. You know, it really feels like the picture just relaxed, right? It's all natural. That's how it adds to the frames. And that right there is something that I want for all consoles going into, you know, into the PS5. I want them to at least offer that 60 frames. We all need 60 frames, but you know, PC has gone beyond 100 frames. They're way beyond 100 frames, which is why I'm in that ecosystem as well. But it's just that's crazy. Should I even see this from Seabagging? $5. Ryan, don't tell us to hit the like button. Hit that like button if you agree with me.
Come on, guys, hit it 10 more times. Now is it a 95 or is it a 96?
95.
We got to get him to 95. Yeah, we got to get him at least to 95. Come on, you know, 95 greater than 6. That's one of the. I didn't know what that meant till somebody told me earlier on Twitter. I'm like, oh my god, y'all are terrible. Shout out to Andrew Wiggins. Remember, D-Back said PC players will stop playing on PC and get an X. Oh, okay, but Andrew, can we look back and now say that he was wrong? Like, you know, I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing. He was wrong. Let's just put it in our pocket and move on. You know, it's not like he's gonna. I gotta tell. Let me tell the PlayStation guys something. There's not gonna be a Nuremberg trial for these Xbox guys and gals. You know, they were wrong about a lot of things. So let's just go play our games, okay? I mean, I get it. People want to go back and forth and take shots and all that. Okay, fine. But you know, a lot of them didn't know. I think shout out to my boy Wolf. He sent me something that did you know that Xbox, I think in 2004 had Marvel. They had Marvel properties. They were going to do like an online universe or something like that. I was on 02, 03, 04. It was to combat, but because Sony had like had something, and but they had them all. They had them all. They had Iron Man. They had Spider-Man, which I knew they had Spider-Man, but I couldn't. And they were talking about it on AMC Movie Talk, which is defunct now.
According
So,
to the YouTube, well, according to the crumb side of YouTube, Ashton Luke is my wife. So my wife donated $2. You fanboys are all fuck niggas.
Well, I mean, to me, I love my fanboys. I love the fanboys and girls, but these bots and whatever they're called, just to me, look, they got some stuff wrong. It's okay. I think a lot of people put. I think a lot of people put, Ryan, let me ask you, do you think a lot of people put for the Xbots? You think a lot of people put, because you got the reviews have destroyed them. Do you think a lot of people early put what they thought the Xbox would be, what they wanted it to be, versus waiting to see what it was actually doing? What do you think?
No, that's just a given. They put it what they wanted it to be. They wanted it to do all these things so they can have bragging rights. That's what they wanted. Just bragging rights. You know, if the X could come out and do 60 frames out the box, right? Every game, all games looked amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they, you know, they would be running with that for quite some time. So, you know,
yeah. Shout out to Aaron Summers. He loves all his platforms equally for different reasons. Yeah, I do. I'm the same way. I mean, I like my Xbox. I mean, it's just it does a little bit more than my Pro, you know, and I understand that. I mean, people can make fun of me, but hey, I told you all. You know, if any debate breaks out with me, I'll say, hey, remember when I told your monkey shine ass that this thing was going to do a little bit more than the Pro? Yeah. Isn't the Xbox One
when is that t-shirt coming out? When is that t-shirt coming
out?
What's that? A little bit more.
When my trademark comes back.
Oh, you gotta bring that back. You gotta get that a little bit more. Oh shit! What's up, Eden? Prime.
What's going on?
Yeah, don't anger Luca. She'll chop off your big toe. I promise you. Don't anger her.
Oh yeah. I blamed some things on millennials on her last podcast, and she was taking my head off. I mean, I'm still recovering. Even though I was
kill her bad side thing.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. No. Yeah, no. That's I got her back, man. As a black man, you know, we gotta look out for the women. So, you know, especially the racists that come after them on that bullshit. So
appreciate you. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, a little bit more. And guess what? It does do a little bit more. I mean, I challenge anybody to tell me it doesn't do a little bit more.
I mean, I asked people numerous times, do you see a night and day difference? And I've gotten a mixed reaction. So this is what I'm actually gonna factor this and like be fair on this as well. So many people who said they see the night and day difference, they never played on a 4K display before until they got the X. You know what I'm saying? And then they got it and they said they saw a crazy difference, right? They weren't on 4K at the time, you know, with the Pro.
Yeah.
So they see the difference. So for them, of course, you know, they'll see the difference. But I had others, you know, who clearly don't see the difference. And you know why? They don't see the difference, but they claim they see it. And they do that just to hype up this console war. They'll say, yeah, this shit does do it does show a difference. You know, people are just hating on it because of views or whatever. That's what they do. So I will agree. A lot of people do see a difference, but not the vast majority do not, you know, not the vast majority.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm the first to admit when I see a difference. And I'm telling you, like, all right, Madden, I've said this, Madden 18. The Xbox X is 60 all the way through, even on the cutscenes. The Pro drops to 30. So if a player's getting up off the field, if it cuts to the sideline to a coach, you know, yelling or screaming, something like that. You know how Madden does, a cinematic thing. That's at 30 frames per second on the Pro. All right, on the X, it stays at 60. That's okay. You can feel a difference, but you don't feel a momentum difference, okay? Especially when you're playing a sports game. You know, but you know, it's you know, over it's Ryan, you know, I got MLB The Show, right? Check this out. MLB The Show.
I know. I'm
sitting up there, I'm rocking it out. I take a picture like of the cinematic look, like, man, this game looks cool. And somebody on Twitter said it looks like trash. What about Forza 7? I'm like, you're comparing a racing game to a baseball game. I said, I tell you what, I can play you in Forza 7 right now and drive you off the damn track because it's a shitty driving game. It's a beautiful game, but it's a shitty sim. How about we play MLB The Show on our Xboxes? He didn't say nothing. So you got to take it somewhere else, man. Just take it somewhere else. So don't compare MLB The Show, a game that you will never see on that X, to a game that
they got nothing else to do. They can't really compare it to anything else. You think about it, that's all they got. I'm pretty sure we're going to be comparing, not necessarily Crackdown, right? But the Red Dead Redemption remaster to Spider-Man or something. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. No, at this rate, that's the mindset and what we're dealing with here on the internet. I'm pretty sure they're going to compare Red Dead Redemption to damn Spider-Man.
Yeah. Here was my favorite comparison, though. And I'm glad that I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad the bots got destroyed, not the Xbox gamer. I got nothing but love for my Xbox gamers. I'm your messiah. I love you. Okay. But you Xbots, y'all are just crazy. Here's my favorite comparison. People comparing the 4th iteration of Gears of War, what it looked like, to Horizon Zero Dawn in its first iteration. I'm like, guys, the fact that it's in its first iteration and Gears is in its 4th, and you're having to reach to a 4th iteration, nah, fam. That's a bad comparison. You have to look at an Xbox game in its first iteration. So what Xbox game in its first iteration looks as good as Horizon?
Yeah.
And the answer is none. None.
Now,
look,
I'm not sure if you saw it. Are you on Twitter by any chance right now? Craig, you on Twitter?
Nah, I'm just chatting.
Okay, I thought you saw the retweet I just did because, man, we got another gameplay section for Spider-Man, and he's showing off the scope of the screen. And let me tell you something.
I saw somebody.
Not only does the world look more like there's a lot of people moving, right? There's a lot of cars. It looks great, man. I'm just going to show it on my screen. Looks amazing. Like it's crazy how they're able to achieve this. It's crazy.
Spider-Man looks amazing. No pun.
No pun intended, but yeah, I know that's the pun in 2020.
The cool. Now I did see somewhere, and I don't know if it's true. Have you seen Spider Suit has been confirmed? Somebody tweeted that to me today, but I don't know if it's true. So don't do an exposure video. For Spider-Man.
The spiked one.
Yeah, the Iron Spider one.
Oh, I mean, that dude was going to be eventually. That was a given. That's a given. Because the movie is going to be like, let's be real here. That movie is going to be the top grossing movie of this year.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense for them to put the Iron Spider shit in there. I don't think, and I'm pretty sure we won't see any Avengers in this. So there won't be no Avengers in Spider-Man the game. I highly doubt it. I don't think they'll do that.
Except for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Except for Spider-Man.
Right. You might see a Venom tease, even though Sony low-key just destroyed all my anticipation for the movie Venom.
Well, let's make a prediction. So when Spider-Man comes out, the complaint will be there are no other Avengers, therefore it's not very good. I think that's going to be the number one complaint we hear.
The complaint is there's no fall damage, so therefore it's not realistic. There you go. That's going to be the complaint. There's no fall damage. Yeah, that's right, people. There's no fall damage in Spider-Man. Granted, it's not like in the movie or in the damn comic, he jumps from crazy buildings of that height and still survives because he has the power of the spider. Come on, man. It's dudes, man.
It's gonna be something. I mean, I forgot about that.
I can't wait to see it. I just cannot wait to see it. I cannot. That's my most anticipated game. I have been waiting for this game since God knows how long. This is a game of the caliber I wanted, so I can't wait to play it. The punk rock Spider-Man outfit looks dope. That looks good, but I'm telling you, man, this. Oh Lord, I'm telling you.
Well, shout out to not your mother. He said that the Avengers Tower is in the game. You're right. That's a good point.
It was in the first. It was in the first screen. Yeah, it was in the first gameplay scenario we saw. When he lands, he looks up and you see his face. If you look to the right, you can see the little spiral tower. That's the Avengers Tower. It's in there. So
that looks scary good. Yeah, I think though. Did you watch the video, the 100 questions? Video. I loved it when he said that Spider-Man would be able to stop on the street and take a selfie with people. Now I'm old. So I just learned, I got a selfie button on my phone. Shout out to Ash and Luca. I figured that out. So
that's dope. It looks amazing, though. Everything they've done. You know, the scope. I even love the new stealth mechanics that they pretty much took from Shattered Dimensions, in a sense. You ever play Shattered Dimensions?
No. I never did a Spider-Man game. I didn't think they could get the physics right. I've heard the stories are good though.
Yeah, Shattered Dimensions was a Spider-Man game that was told, or basically it goes like this. Mysterio grabs an artifact, right? It's for reality. It's like a reality that affects reality. And when he touches it, it splits, right? And you have Spider-Mans from 3 different realities. You have the North Spider-Man, who's basically a stealth Spider-Man. You have the normal Spider-Man that we're used to, the 2099 Spider-Man, and then you have the Venom Spider-Man. And all these Spider-Mans come together to fight, Mysterio and get these artifact pieces. So what's cool about it was I like the stealth missions for the North Spider-Man, because you literally had to be in the darkness. And it's pretty dope. He wears like a black suit, like a leather suit and all that, and he just literally takes them out by stealth. So I like the new stealth mechanics in this game. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, I'm interested in I've seen the mechanic of him fighting. To me, the one they showed was at E3 last year when he was up on that beam and he picked the guy up and the guy started to fall and he webbed him up real fast, kind of like a Black Widow would do. To me, that's the most impressive mechanic on the game I've seen. But I don't know how the fighting's going to work. I don't know if you're going to use the thumb controls
or some combat or some new combat scenes with it. You know, like the little thing that he shot in the wall, a little cartridge that blew up and then grabbed dude and pulled him to the wall. Yeah. You can actually incorporate that in combat, which looks sick. Like it actually pulls them together. So it's pretty dope.
Oh, nice. That is pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm interested. I'm glad Insomniac got it, but it was almost like people thought Insomniac could just make the game for whoever they wanted. That's the notion that I got. So that's why I did my whole Spider-Man was bought for this amount of money and by Sony, and they own it. So I was just trying to, I'm like, all right, here's your truth. And forget your fanboy and fangirl stuff. So, but no, I'm excited for Spider-Man. Sign me up. Not as excited I am for Detroit. I'd much rather play a game like this.
I know you're excited for that, so we'll definitely have to have an extended session to talk about that game tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, ladies and gentlemen. RGD Podcast here on this channel. Make sure you guys hit the bell icon on next to the subscribe button and click all where it says notifications, so that way you will not miss it. We'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. Shout out to everybody that came through. Randall, Thor, Luca, Fonz, everybody. Good to see everybody again. Definitely good stream. I appreciate everybody again. Hit that like button. And we'll see you guys tonight with our very, very special guests for this evening. It's going to be a great show. And I'm excited for it. So go ahead, Craig. Get your outro out there, man. Shout out to Craig as well.
Hey guys, Craig Harris. Follow me on Twitter if you want. I'm about to fire up some stuff here to play. It's Ghost Recon supposed to be free with this Sam Fisher stuff, so I'm gonna try it, see what's happening. But Craig Harris, follow me on Twitter, the Messiah of Xbox. We got Ryan, you're up to 98 likes, so maybe that God of War gets to 98. But shout out to you, Ryan, for having me here. Yeah, I'll be joining you tonight. Send me an invite, and I'm gonna push my podcast to 10 p.m. Eastern. So I'm gonna give an alert right now to everybody that wants to join me.
Up for me while you're when you're on Twitter. Hit JWags up for me and tell him this. Hit him up. Tell him I will. Here. That's all. We'll definitely make it up to dude. I'm pretty sure we can make it up to him. But thank you guys again for joining us. We will see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to everybody who just was here, man. I had a blast talking to everybody. And we'll see you tonight. Thank you guys again. And we out of here. Deuces.
Deuce.